What does it mean to you to be given this role?
It's an incredible opportunity. I grew up in an NBC family, so we'd watch nightly news all the time, watch the greats like Tom Brokaw. And I got to know Lester right out of college. I worked for him, my wife worked for him, and he's always been a friend and a mentor. So to be able to take over for him, it truly is the honor of a lifetime. He's built an incredible show and a great broadcast, and we're going to honor that legacy. I think nightly news is the best of NBC News every single night. I think our reporters, our teams are unmatched in this industry, and I hope to just honor the legacy and the tradition of nightly news every single night.
Well, you're going to obviously honor the tradition and the legacy, but what changes can viewers expect with you at the helm?
You know, Julie, for decades, Americans have turned to nightly news because they love the broadcast. So we're not going to tweak the formula too much. It's probably going to look exactly the same with just a couple of different changes. And then little by little, I hope to put my stamp on the show. I do want to launch an investigative franchise into the insurance industry. I think it's really hard for people to get housing insurance, to get medical insurance. And when they do, sometimes their claims are denied. And I think it's hard to find a doctor. It's hard to get a doctor's appointment in many parts of the country. So we're going to take a look at that industry. I also think that in these polarizing times, there are a lot of good stories and a lot of good people doing things out there, and I want to highlight them. We've had a lot of success with our franchise at the end of the show called There's Good News Out There. Viewers have told us they love it. We're going to expand on that and tell better stories and great stories.
I'm wondering, you mentioned Lester and what a mentor he'd been to you. He's so beloved. I've had the opportunity to meet him a couple times. Just seems like such a kind, down-to-earth man. Did he have any advice for you?
He did. You know, he was and still is a father and a husband, but he was raising young children as he was coming up in this business, as I am now. I have a 12-year-old, a 9-year-old, 2 girls, and then a 7-year-old boy. And so it's tough, right? Because it's something that every American family goes through. It's that work-life balance. And this job is demanding. And my kids have sort of always known me as a network correspondent or an anchor. And so they understand when I have to leave a baseball game or a play or a gymnastics meet. I mean, that kind of comes with the territory. And they know that I'm always there for them, but they also know that I have a responsibility to the viewers. And they're my biggest cheerleaders along with my wife. But it's conversations like that and about this job, because your life does change a little bit. I want to always make sure I'm straightforward with my kids and my wife, and they know and they understand, and they're also excited.
And how many kids do you have? How old are they?
I have 3, 12, 9, and 7, 2 girls and a boy.
Oh, fun. So you're busy. You're busy all the time at this point.
Yeah. Oh, I'm busy. When I'm not here, I'm there with them. Yes, doing sports somewhere in our neighborhood. But yeah, it's great. It's the only thing I like to do. I love doing news, and I love spending time with my family, and that's my life.
They've been used to sharing you with NBC, though. You're excellent live when you're on the scene somewhere.
Yeah.
Are we going to be seeing more of that?
You know, Julie, I think that when something happens in our country or something happens overseas that the entire nation pauses and focuses on, I think I have to be there, and I will be there. Breaking news is in my DNA. I believe you got to get down there. You got to see it for yourself. You got to bear witness. But the greats in this business obviously can talk on television. They know how to ask questions. But what they really are is they're great listeners. And you only do that by getting to the story and getting down there. And I think it's important to do that. You got to be with these people when these things are happening to truly understand what they're going through, or at least to try to understand. And so for me, that's not going to change. And when news breaks, we're going to be there.
Well, we just wish you all the best. Great success. Congratulations. Thanks for your time today, Tom.
Thank you so much.